Hello, we are live. Or so I think anyway. Please let me know if the audio in the background is too loud for the music. If it is not, then we will just continue. Let me get my stuff set up. So, today I'll be drawing the winners of the puzzle. Let me see if this works. Ooh, we got some viewers coming in. Alrighty. Hello, hello, hello. So, just a quick reminder, please do let me know if the audio in the background is overpowering or too loud. Or if it's too quiet, even. Where did my tablet pen go? I lose things left and right. Oh, hi, Final. Oh, hey, Rowan. I keep reading that as Rowan for some reason. Yeah, it's Roman Moonsong, the guy who keeps emailing me. Yeah, the music is real chill. I like lo-fi. I am a normie. Atomic did not do the ARG, therefore I will not be drawing Atomic's character. We'll be starting off tonight with our first place winner. Our first place winner, who was Raven the Night Ice Wing, who is in the chat right now, I believe. Yes, there you are. I'll be drawing their character. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Pog. Let's go. We're just gonna be doing headshot images of these guys because there are a couple to get through tonight. I'm just gonna start off with the circle. And I'm keeping an eye on chat as we go, so if you guys have questions, don't hesitate to ask them. I'm gonna keep an eye on the stream. Kokichi, gotcha. Okay, latency isn't bad. Let's continue. Audio sounds fine enough. Okay, good to know. Let's start. Oh, this is an interesting design. just FYI, the lo-fi I have in the background, I just pulled some random crap off YouTube, and then I hear this familiar song that I've used in videos before. I don't think this would be a premiere. Premieres do usually have a tag on them. Oh, hi, Julie. Got freaking anime hair on this guy. I like that. Yeah, Atomic, I'm only drawing people who finish the thing in the first 5 spots, so you're not getting any Atomic art today, unfortunately. What am I drawing with? I have this really redneck setup actually. I used to use a drawing tablet, but that was too normal, I guess, or I wasn't allowed to by the laws of the universe. I'm currently using just my computer, which is an HP Envy 360, which means it's a tablet and computer in one. And I've got a stylus that works with Windows Ink, and that's what I'm using right now. What's my favorite D&D class? I actually haven't played any characters because I'm a DM forever. I only DM exclusively, but I'd say fighter. Yeah, fighter is pretty cliche and it's really bland, but I like it because there's a lot of room for character backstory, working on personality, etc. Because like warlocks, everything depends on their patron, their pact, etc. Clerics depends on their connection with their god. Bards and their past performances and stuff. But no, fighter, you can literally be from anywhere. Get this. It's a bit too extreme over there. Every time I draw dragons, I just default into this awful anime style, and I don't know how to kill it. It's just there now. I guess I have to deal with it. Oh yeah, I'm also doing this really sacrilegious thing where I draw with zero correction. People have been giving me some crap about that because they're like, how aren't you doing that? Why? It's like you're torturing yourself. I'm like, that's precisely why I'm doing it, because it hurts. But it's good practice to get really nice line art, and so what if my stuff looks like crap for a little while? It'll all be for something good at the end. Questionable kumquat is like, what's D&D? I can't. D&D is Dungeons and Dragons. It's a tabletop RPG system, role-playing game, where you basically write your own adventure and drag some friends into it and make some horrendously chaotic story. I've been streaming my D&D games onto this channel for a little while. They haven't seen much interest, but that's okay. Let's just check on stream health. Okay, that's still doing fine. If you guys hear really aggressive clicking or clacking of keys in the background, that's just my sister. Don't worry about her. She just started typing louder. No one respects the works of artists these days. Jules asked, do you ever draw humans or no? I do. I make art for my personal D&D campaign, and I'll draw human or human-esque characters for that, but I think I'll be drawing one later today on stream, actually, because that's what someone asked me to draw. My line art is wacky. Looks a little bit strange, I think. Actually, it's fine. Yeah, quick little pro tip for artwork. Always, if you don't like rotating, that's fine. But once in a while, if you're just taking a break from drawing, flip it around, take a look to make sure it looks fine from all angles. That way, your brain doesn't get too locked down into a particular pose. Doodles Cheese asks, did you draw humans first or dragons or something else? I started off with dragons. I was the weird kid in school who would draw dragons on her desk or draw on homework, and it would always be like a lizard or a dragon or a snake or something. And then I forced myself to learn how to draw humans when I was in middle school, I think, and I'm still working it out. It's tough. I still don't know how to. They all look really bad. It's a work in progress. Everything is a work in progress. That's just how life is. Yes, we are just here to vibe. That's why I have lo-fi going on in the background. Lo-fi is fantastic for relaxing. It's a bit too wide of a chin right there. Oh, Luffy, lo-fi, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm known for pronouncing things really weirdly. One person, I'm not gonna name names, who appears in my D&D games, will not stop talking about how I mispronounce the word almond. Apparently it's pronounced omen, but I like to call it almond because that's just how my mouth works, I guess. What's favorite thing to draw? I can't say I have a favorite thing to do because everything's just fun. I mean, I mainly just draw stuff to de-stress from academics, work, or like commission work that can be stressful sometimes. I think one day I just sat down and drew a bunch of leaves. Sometimes you just do what you gotta do. Oh, that's not quite right. I'm gonna leave that out. I always draw the foreheads too big. It's a problem. I should probably fix that. Resize. The fantastic conveniences of digital artwork. If I were working traditionally, I would have just ripped the paper out and gotten rid of it. Yeah, no, the word I'm talking about right here is spelled like this. I go almond. And then people are like, no, it's supposed to be like this. And I'm like, well, that I'm strange. And I'm used to it. And I guess this is just going to be a meme now, so I'll continue doing it. Oh, this song is an absolute bop. I'm pretty sure I've used this one in the video before, too. I just rip all of my lo-fi music off of the same playlist, I guess, and it's just popping up again tonight. Here to haunt me. It's Halloween. That ear doesn't quite look right. Let me... Yeah, it's too long. I would not survive in a traditional art place, because I'm way too reliant on resizing and moving things around. Some digital exclusive things. My bad. Boston people are whack. Yeah, that's true. Qualsley asks if I have any art tips in general. I'll probably be peppering the stream in general with them. I don't have any off the bat at the moment, but you can watch as I screw things up and then talk about them. I'll probably mention a couple tips in the future as a reminder to myself and for others. Okay, I don't have that bad of a Bostonian accent, do I? I like to think that I just talk like your average American person. But I guess I sound like a Bostonian? Someone told me I sounded like a New Yorker once, and I was like, no, that's not what a New Yorker sounds like. Oh, this song just got sad. Boston is a strange place. I've been there a couple times. Alec is asking who I'm drawing. I am drawing a character of somebody who won a little puzzle I put out earlier today for Halloween. There'll be 5 of these tonight. Oh my goodness, this doesn't look right. Quick little art tip. Always keep your reference handy. Otherwise, you might go off and draw something random. And then it won't look right afterward. And then you'll be too far in to really erase everything and restart. So then you're just sitting there discontent with your piece of artwork that you worked really hard on, but doesn't look quite right. Boston is a lie created by the government. Yes. Yeah, that's why. I just don't like drawing on paper. I have to do it for class. I like drawing class, but on paper, no. I've been trying to ask the teacher if I can do everything digitally, and she's like, nah, you gotta practice. And I'm like, oh, I gotta practice. Are the winners going to get art? Yeah, of course. I'm gonna export it and give them like a nice version. Because if I just gave them like the crappy like 240p stream quality artwork, that would be an offense. To be an art war crime, I believe. Oh, the horns do that. Oh, I gotta redo that horn. That hurts me. The reference is so small. So the way the Medibang works is that you have a little separate reference window that you can like explore and move around as you would like to. So it doesn't really matter if it's small or not. It's there. Oh, this song is rap. I'm not really vibing with that. Let's change it. Let's check this song. It's not a war crime. Every time you paint a room, the room gets smaller. You're not wrong. This looks very strange. Let me just... Yeah, that looks strange. Let's smooth that out a little bit, because we don't want any Mega Mind dragons going around. I've gotten worse at drawing over the years. I have not been practicing. The number one key to good art is to practice very often to make sure it doesn't fade or degrade. I broke that rule, and now my line art looks more jagged than what I do with scissors on paper. The first type of dragon I do is Chinese, European, etc. Oh, darn, I don't actually know. I think I was doing European first, because like the wings were hard. But then I was like, you know what's really cool? Just being lazy and not doing wings. So then I drew other dragons. Question, is Medibang free? Yes, it is. Medibang is free. And it also updates pretty frequently. So if you have something buggy, then it'll be fixed relatively soon, which is really nice. I like that. Let's get the other horn. Oh, it looks wrong. Oh boy, that line art is... That's a war crime right there. It's okay, the way that I color things lets me get away with some horrendous line art. It's great. I like breaking rules with art. Because there are no rules. I mean, hey, you can give an art tip. It doesn't really matter. I mean, everybody can take advice, everybody can give advice. Go on. Medibang sounds like a Chinese food. Kind of. Maybe not specifically Chinese, maybe more another flavor of Asian of some sort. I mean, the reason the line art looks a little bit wonky right now is because I'm practicing a different style, and so it takes a little bit of time to get used to that. For now, this is what I'm running with. Oh, there's a hanker. What do you call those? Scarf? A thingy-mobber? Sure. The biggest art crime is that you make your sketches don't accurate. I mean, there is no rule for sketches. You do what you want. All of my sketches look nothing like the finished piece because I don't put much time into them. And as a result, sometimes my art does not come out the way I want it to look. It ends up becoming this strange anime-haired thing that I never intended to create, but I guess it exists now. My line art. This is the punishment I have for drawing with zero correction and expecting it to come out okay. Bandana, thank you. Those scales probably are not accurate, but I'll fix them later. Yeah, the Wings of Fire Dragon scales bother me because they're so detailed, and then I'm like, if I mess one up, the entire neck looks weird. It's the highest amount of spam you've had in your email. I mean, this is a little bit oddly specific because I'm applying to colleges this year, but once you get there, colleges will wreck your inbox. I think I had something like 1,000 new messages, and I'm looking at them like, what? I never even heard of these schools. Why are they messaging me? It's incredible. I'll draw the anime here. Or do I have to draw it right now? Yeah, I guess I do. Let's define where the spine is. It's about there. Yeah. Actually, I know I can draw the eyes better than this anime atrocity. I feel like whenever I draw anything, it just defaults into... I don't even watch anime. I don't know why it ends up looking like this. It just becomes this, like, anime thing, and I'm like, why did I create this? And then my art doesn't say anything because I can't speak, so it's just staring back at me as I ask nothing why it's acting the way it is. I feel like I'm going insane sometimes. I feel like I did something wrong with the face right there, but let me just... that's fine. That's fine. We're going to run with it. Oh yeah, my old art. Oh goodness. Let's not talk about that. When in doubt, just pretend you know what you're doing with the Wings of Fire skills. Because I don't know what I'm doing at all. I done fucked. Actually, no, I haven't. I can just pretend there's another one over there. There are no mistakes in art. Just oops. There's happy accidents. That was a happy accident right there. Obviously I meant to show you guys the thumbnail of the video again, even though you saw it coming in. I can get away with some nasty jagged line art because I color my line art so it's harder to see later. That's just what I do now. My art has changed a lot. It's become weird. MIRP is asking if I'm drawing. Yes, I am drawing other people's OCs, but it's because they want a little puzzle I put together earlier. Oh, this song's kind of dark. What's playing here? Oh, it's like an epic slash trailer type music thing. It's fitting for Halloween. I'll keep it. Wow, that's like really epic orchestral music going on in the background where the others were just like coffee shop blues and stuff like that. Thank you, Mocha Paladin. Just laughing to myself about how weirdly the music is mixing with this. I mean, I guess we're drawing dragons, so yeah. And now it just looks depressed. Okay, this part's a bit too clunky for my purposes. Let's change the track. The scales are weird. Or not the scales, the funky hair looking thing. I'll pretend I know what I'm doing here. This one's longer than the one in the front. No, wait, it isn't. It just looks that way. Wait, they're both secretly really long. I didn't see that. Oops. Oh boy. Sure, that looks passable. Can I turn this down a little bit? Ah, there we go. Let's get rid of this too so I can see that clearly. Oh, okay. Thank you, Medibang, for keeping that in my undo history for whatever reason. It wasn't necessary right there, but I'll let it stay. All the Wings of Fire fans in the comments are going crazy. Like, oh my god, Snatch the Sandbag is drawing wongs of fur again, and then I want to slam my head into the table. I have a couple times already, actually. My forehead hurts. No, he just looks like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Wait, what was the puzzle? I wrote a quick little scavenger hunt across the internet. And what people have to do is, like, find the hidden messages I left around. I think I hid some stuff with, like, only capitalizing certain letters. That kind of crap. The answer to the puzzle was, Arg, trick or treat, you filthy landlubber, or something like that, I believe. Basically, I gave little pieces of the answer on each step. And so the winners had to piece it all together and send me an email with the finished phrase. God, what's up with the spines on the back? It's like hair, but also horns, but like just really wiry hair or fur or something, and I don't know what texture to give this, so I'll just pretend I know what I'm doing. That's the theme for tonight, by the way. Okay, I think that looks good enough. Let's just mix these two. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't look bad at all. Got a... This is a new fan tribe, guys. It's an emo wing. Let's start coloring. So what I do when I color is I make a layer underneath And then I pull up a fill tool that only targets the area outside of it. Oh, it didn't quite get that part. Let's just clean that up. And then once you have all the area outside selected, then, because it's on a different layer, you can just select that individually, clear it out, inverse your selection, and boom, you have a very convenient selection of, oh god, those gradients. I really hate doing gradients. We're gonna pretend to do this, like, I'm gonna pretend I know what I'm doing again. Yay, gradients! The bane of my existence. It's because I don't know how to color them properly. Yeah, that looks really bad. This is why I don't do gradients, guys. Okay, let's do some cleanup. It can't be that bad, right? Gosh, there's one song I really want to play right now. It's Atom Sampler by Waterflame, but it's copyright, so if I do, then it would just destroy my channel. I don't mind complicated characters. It's good practice. It just takes a little bit longer than anticipated, is all. Oh, this character's got a funky little thing over there. I'm gonna have to draw the line art for that. This funky little nose thing. Gonna do that to it. There we go. Whoa, what's going on over here? Oh, it's the Wings of Fire talk. Okay, I don't know what's going on over here. Now it's starting to clean up a little bit because we got the in-between colors. Gradient characters with gradients on them are really reliant on these in-between colors usually. So when you're just blocking out the color to start, they look a little wonky. The secret to listening to music is to just get an ad blocker. I shamelessly have an ad blocker running right now. It's just what we do now. You don't want to listen to someone talk about vaping for... Okay, can we just collectively agree that the real cost ads that are like this anti-vaping campaign, they... like horror trailers can't even compare to them because... Oh, there's a gradient involved. Okay, here's where we bust out the watercolor brush to deal with that. Oh no, it's a different color. Actually, I'm not going to use the watercolor brush. I'm going to use the airbrush brush. Or do we just call it the airbrush or the airbrush brush? Debate time. Close enough. I can usually draw things faster. It's just today I'm going to try to put a little bit more extra effort into these. Let's protect the alpha right there and take out our handy watercolor brush. And draw the emo eye bags underneath this guy's eyes. Actually go up pretty far. The Grammarly, yeah, those ones are... Some ads are just a special kind of annoying. The airbrush brush. Oh, he's got freckles. That's cool. Big old purple eyes. Purple. Yeah, y'all are just going off on the Charmin ads, the Grammarly ads, and then the real cost, like anti-vaping ads. And then YouTube has allowed some other really sketchy ads to come up. I'm just like, what are you doing? They're like making money. I don't really agree with what you're doing here, but it's okay, you're a big corporation, you do what you want, I guess. Let's go draw that ear. Okay, let's grab the hair. Its own separate layer, so that when I do the gradient on it, it doesn't absolutely destroy everything else I've drawn. I think we're gonna finish up this guy pretty soon, and then we'll move on to the next character. 2 of tonight's winners have not gotten their characters to me yet, which means I just might not draw them today. I'll draw them later and not on stream. Oh, somebody emailed me. Oh, okay. Thanks to Madre for getting back to me while in the middle of a video. I played D&D with him. He's chill. And now we just add a couple. Oh, there's more gradients. You know, just when I thought I could escape the gradients, they came back for me. Guess we're just gonna make that light purple. And, yeah, I guess we can do a little bit more around the eye. Do a little bit over there, too. I love how the chat has just become like Wings of Fire discussion, and I don't know what to put into here because I don't have much to say, but it's funny to watch. Alright, Freckle time. Let's draw those. I cannot tell what color they are, so I'm just going to sample one and hope I got the right. Oopsies. Let's put that back where I left it. Oh, yeah, on the topic of, like, weirdly named characters. Have you guys seen what people name their characters? Like, it happens in D&D, it happens in Warriors, it happens in Wings of Fire. Like, sometimes you just take a naming system and you make a joke character whose name actually would work with the system, and I find that absolutely hilarious. I'm not doing these Freckles correctly, but I gotta move on soon, so. I'm working on a tight schedule. Not really tight schedule. I'm working on a schedule, though. Someone just left Waluigi? Oh, there's Freckles up on here too. Oops, that one looks a little bit phallic in shape. It's not very PG-13 of me. Some purple freckles on the face that we're missing. And then lighter white ones throughout the darker scales. They're just kind of... they're just doing their own thing over there. Somebody just pinged me. Oh. I checked Discord just to find a message from Final Shockdown that I'm not going to watch currently because I'm streaming. Oh, come on. The entire neck is that. I missed that. I'm not very observant. Trying to pull up our friendly airbrush brush and fix that. But wait! You can't, because you just select this layer on its own. Because the face is not that color. Gradients give me pain. Cleaning up the gradient. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Let's go back to working on our freckles now. This is the rap song. No, it's not actually. When you're doing freckles, you don't really want to make them too regular. You kind of want to give them some random factor, because normal freckles in real life do not generate in neat little rows. They're everywhere, and they're messy, and they hate following rules. So you gotta replicate that while you're drawing them. That's probably not the right brush for this, but hey, I need a crispy line. And what crispier can you get than the pen tool? That's not crispy. Oh, hi, Bio. You've just been jumping in on each other's streams recently, I suppose. If you guys don't know, I popped into a Biostream for a couple minutes just to say hi. And I guess it's the running joke now? It's the thing? Probably not. Bio Ross, yeah. That's probably not how Nightwing scales work. I've forgotten how they work. It's an issue. Or just working out return fire over here. Okay. Okay, we're back onto this song that I didn't like that much, even though it was almost over. Yeah. Oh yeah, time to well, college app season. That's you see, I'm not actually EDing anywhere, so I just have a half-written essay sitting in my pile of things to do. So, I mean, I applied to one school, but that's all for now. And it wasn't even an ED, it's just their deadline was ridiculously early. Yeah, Bio makes some incredible stuff in Rebel. If you want Wings of Fire merch that's not my 7th grade art, please go look at her shop. It's leagues above mine. Let's color the line art to make it look a little bit more presentable. It's mildly presentable right now, but we can make it so much better. This one, we're gonna blue shift that a little bit to hit these bluer scales, so that the color is not too jarring. I've been working on trying to fix the way I do color. I pay attention to hue, and nothing else really. So I can match the color pretty well, but I don't know how to use them correctly. It's another thing to consider while I'm working. What kind of school has the ones that are not in the US? Yeah, European schools work on a schedule of their own. Okay, got this one done. I think it looks pretty nice. Why don't we just to make it look a little bit, I don't know, I'm gonna give it a quick little wash in. Let's go with overlay, because overlay's nice, and then I'm gonna pop a gentle little filter over it, because what is art without a filter, you know? And that looks pretty cool. Actually, let's make the face a little bit dark. Oh, that doesn't look quite right. And then, as you will play with filters for the next 18 minutes of stream. Yeah, the fun thing about colored line art is that it will change with the overlay on it. So you can make some really cool effects. Ta-da! Alright, let's make another document to work out the next character. Why don't I save this one so that if my computer crashes, all is not lost. Dragon Reborn. Yeah, I haven't seen Liz in a little while. Social media can be stressful. I don't think she had a great time with it. Make another file. And let's kick this reference out for our next one, which is from a user on Discord who goes by Colgate Toothpaste, and I believe Rug on the stream. Alec, you asked how I added a filter. What you do is you create a layer above it on the overlay mixing type, and then with that you just play with colors to make maybe a gradient. You're doing a human this time. It's a little witchy looking character. I like that. Oakley. The character's name is Oakley. Let me just change the text on stream to reflect that. Ooh. Ooh, OBS is not being cooperative. There we go. That should update right about now. How do you put the feathered wings onto a relatively scaled dragon? I would look at paleo art of dinosaurs. So back in ye old early days, when people were still debating whether they had feathers or not, a lot of artists made some really cool things where they would put feathers in like little accent places, like the shoulders, the elbows, edges of the feet, and they really just serve as accents on those. And if you look at them, get a good idea of some fun places to put feathers. This reference is a little bit minimalistic, so I don't actually know too many of the details. I'm going to make a couple of them up. Ooh, it's an anime style. One of us, one of us. Oh, the shirt doesn't quite do that. Yeah, the shoulders flay out a little bit more. I'm still getting... Oop, did I just tap my mic right there? Sorry. If I end the hat too early, it looks like a pilgrim instead of a witch. I actually don't draw anime girls that much, so this would be good practice. I have a friend who draws exclusively anime girls, and we make fun of each other for that. She's like, "Oh, you have to go drawing a dragon?" I'm like, "Yeah, you gotta draw on the anime girl." And she's like, "Yeah." It's fun. This size of a canvas does not really complement this character's design that much. I'll probably resize it as I finish. But for the purposes of the stream, we'll just keep it the way it is. I don't like drawing characters facing that way. I like it when they're facing left. Ooh, the pen's a little bit big. Let's change that. Ah, Raven, anytime. You were the first place winner after all. Yeah. I'm just keeping my word. I can't draw anime. Right as I finish drawing this really anime dragon, I cannot draw an anime person for some reason. Ah! Okay, let's just map out where the eye sizes should be. There we go. Okay, the neck's a little bit long too. I should probably fix that. I will. This is the really oddly suspenseful music again. Oh, now we're talking about Pokemon in the chat. Actually, you know what? I'm lazy. I'm just gonna flip the eye. Because I don't want to draw another eye. Ah, whoops, wrong rotation. Well, that neck is a little bit long. I definitely will address that later. Aw, thank Hustleburn. The other eye problems. We all struggle collectively as artists with that. Ah, hit the other thing by accident. Gotta stop doing that. The flipping thing with the eye on Medibang? What you do is you make another layer with that thing on it, and then you go to the layer panel up here. You press rotate, and then you go to horizontal, and that will flip your eye across the screen. I can't draw nostrils. Not noses are something I struggle perpetually with. I got another 3 pinks. I'm not gonna read those right now. Sometimes people just text me while I'm streaming, and I'm like, dude, I can't read your message right now because I'm in the middle of something. Now the eye just looks funky. We can't have that. Wait, it's all anime? Always has been. Let's make this a little bit lighter so I can see this better. So I'm trying to draw this like a really young child character. I don't actually have too much to work with on the reference. Ah, mouths are also hard. That looks really bad. I'm gonna fix that. Now she just looks intoxicated. Let's remedy that. That was the worst selection I've ever done. Oops. Now her eyes are too far apart. We gotta fix that now. Generally, when you're drawing people, you want the eye to be about one eye's width away from the other. Otherwise, they just look cross-eyed or really derpy. Yeah, this is someone else's character. This person won a little puzzle I put up earlier today. And so I've been drawing their characters because, yay, you won a puzzle. This is your reward, having your character drawn in front of an audience as I struggle with gradients and whatnot. I can't draw eyebrows that match. This is a problem. I need to practice more. That's what I'm doing right now, though. Close enough. Humaning is hard. Just just draw scalies all the time. I had someone that asked me to draw the like furry character doing some sketchy, not safe for work stuff, and I was like, no, no thanks. I really don't want to do that. And they're like, oh, okay. Have a nice day. Hello, Wing Fury the artist. Ah, I cannot human. This just doesn't look right. I'm gonna fix it. 1 second. I didn't draw good enough of a sketch, and now I'm paying for it. Let's draw a better sketch. Up. Boom. That looks equally awful, but it'll serve. Chin's just never really agreed with... Ah! This does... Sorry, you guys have to deal with me struggling to draw people. I can usually draw them all right. It's just tonight on stream, I guess. It's... The ability to draw has left me right as I needed it the most. Generally, you want the cheek to stick out a little bit and also the brow. But now it just looks like the head is too big. Okay. I guess we're gonna shrink the face again. Let's try not to make this too weird. I mean, the thing about not safe for work stuff, I mean, if the artist is a minor, don't. If the artist is not a minor and has stated somewhere that they're okay with drawing that, then I guess, yeah. But I think the general rule of thumb is it's not safe for work for a reason. Yeah. You know what? The mouth is wrong brush. Okay, let's deal with the anime hair now. I'm going to pretend to know what I'm doing. That is, after all, the theme of tonight. Okay, scratch that. We're gonna redo the sketch. Okay, and then the neck goes down to here. And then we're gonna have this is the generic pose I draw people in all the time. And then we're gonna have the hat go like yay. And then like maybe a little bit wider brimmed so it doesn't look like a pilgrim. And then I draw the little colored shirt. And then the little... Yeah, that looks so much better than my really lackluster sketch from earlier. Now we can draw the hair a little nicer. Yeah, hair is a special kind of awfulness to draw. Let's just delete this sketch and use this one now. Let's do this on a separate layer in case I mess up really bad. Then I can just delete that. Ah! Like right there. I'm usually not as bad at drawing humans. I've thought I'm okay in the past. It's just this particular hairstyle is not something I'm used to. I like to draw wavy hair. Wavy hair is just more fun. Let's make the hair a little more chaotic, actually. There we go. Now it's looking like something. Never mind, it doesn't look great. But we're gonna run with it. Weezer Thud asks what the answer to the riddle was. It wasn't really a riddle per se, it was just a little weird scavenger hunt I had you guys run across the internet for. The answer was, the subject line of the email was supposed to be like, "Arr," like a pirate. And then, after that, I won the puzzle thing, but I have no OC, so yeah, sure, request whatever character you want. Like, it could be Pokemon, could be something from a TV show, it could be whatever you want. The answer was "arg," like a pirate, on the subject line, and the actual content of the email was supposed to be "trick or treat, you filthy landlubber." Pirates are fun. Yeah, one of the nice things about YouTube is that each channel has its own unique identity. Like with Bio's channel, you've got like little inside jokes there. Over here, you've got screaming at the airbrush brush. And I think Jamatis had some funky animation meme stuff going on. I actually don't know too much because I don't watch YouTube too often anymore. Don't you love it when all your friends are not there? And oh yeah, I feel that. Leak23 asks, "Hello, how are you doing?" Yeah, we're vibing. Got some lo-fi going on. Yeah, we're just hanging out. Halloween night. Not going outside because it's probably not safe to because we're living in a pandemic. Been live for an hour and 15 minutes. That's pretty good. Stream health is still looking good. I've been considering switching to Twitch recently because YouTube does not really like... Yeah, YouTube is not really a fan of when I stop doing Wings of Fire because it still recommends all my videos to Wings of Fire fans. So then, like, the flow going on over there was broken, so it just said, "This is not good. Your stats are bad now. Have fun." I'm like, well, that's not great. So I'm considering going to Twitch and just starting up with D&D crap. So that people in the audience are not automatically biased towards Wings of Fire content and I can just do my own thing. The next D&D stream I end up being on Twitch for that reason, because the comment section of the most recent one was just Wings of Fire, and I was like, asking me questions about my favorite character while I'm running a game that's a little bit difficult for me to answer right there. My goodness, it's an anime girl. I just realized what I've created. She's got a witch hat. Pull out good old art studio again. Kippo from Kippo and the Age of the Wonder Beast. I'll write that down. Oh, sorry, Julie. I mispronounced the name of the character because I don't actually watch anything. Kippo from Wonder Beast. Yeah, a lot of Wings of Fire people do like D&D things, but the majority of my subscriber base is younger and don't necessarily like the same things, so it's wacky. We'll see how it goes. If people just consistently are not liking the content, then I can do us all a little favor and move that stuff over to Twitch where it can get a more organic audience. Oops, I bumped my mic again. Yeah, I think the main issue with the Wings of Fire fandom is that a lot of people are young. As a result, they don't really know how to conduct themselves on the internet. So people can get a little bit heated. Sometimes you might share more than was needed. And as a result, drama can ensue, and that leads to the bad rep that it gets. Does the fandom deserve this? Yeah, because it happens, but should we flame the entire fandom for just existing because of that? Nah, that's... Give it some time to work itself out. I was actually considering doing a small video series about interviewing old artists and asking them why they left the fandom. Because I can test to that myself and talk about it, and then I have the context of a couple people who also left, but that could bring up some old dirt and drama that might not be what we want to have up again. So I decided not to create that series. My art style just changed again. I went from drawing the dragon with the sketchy style, and now I'm drawing this thing, and the art style is crispy and very thin with the line art. And you know what? Consistent style is for dummies. We're gonna be adventurous here and make our own thing. Everything will be unique, because there are rules to break in art. Yeah, people like to watch drama, but I don't think that's the best thing to have up right now. It would definitely get a lot of views, but it wouldn't be the best thing to post. And I certainly don't want that being my channel's legacy. I think I had a couple people try to interview me for drama videos, and every time they asked me for a statement on something, like some weird stuff happened in my server, or I was at the crime scene of some weird art theft or tracing or something, I usually give a brief, vague statement and tell them not to twist my words, and we go to do that. Drama here, drama there. It's Little Drama Island, but in real life. Humans just like to watch drama. It's just what we do. Ah. Lashana, oh my goodness, final. Please don't bring that up ever again. For context, it's a running joke in our D&D group because I play with Final. They've got a great character named Armand. He's a Cervican wizard, and he's probably the only brain cell of the group because we have a a single mother tiefling who is trying to deal with the group's craziness. Got a chaotic neutral, more like chaotic stupid wizard child. We got a couple of literal pseudo dragons, and then we have Armand trying to keep us all in line. Alright, see ya, Wing Fury. Oh yeah, you're making your own wiki for your characters. I do that too. I have my little private one for Wings of Fire crud that I make. Wiki is just a really nice tool for organizing stuff. Also, thank you, Final, for those references. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully your friend is alright. Fandom Wiki is its own special little thing. It's surprisingly, I hesitate to say well organized, but the coding is pretty well done. Other than that, I have not had much experience with it, other than the fact that when I was trying to create a fan tribe back in 2017? Not 18. 2017. I was making like a bird tribe, and people were like, that's exactly like the one on the Fandom Wiki. And I looked at it, and yeah, they're kind of similar, actually. So it's like, oops. Now this eye looks too big. Drawing the other eye is a special artist struggle. I'm better at drawing like shirts and stuff, so like this is a little wacky. Let's do that. And now that looks like wet fabric. I don't want to think that she stood out in the rain. So let's not draw this as wet fabric. Let's draw this as dry fabric. Actually, you know what? I can't draw fabric. It's just one of the laws of the universe. I just can't draw fabric. I'll learn eventually, just not right now. Hey, little rocks animates. I mean, there'll be more opportunities in the future for this kind of thing. Today was just a trial run to see if it would be well received, and people liked it, so I guess I'll be doing more in the future. Because requests are good fun, but it's nice when people feel like they earned it somehow instead of just being first to comment on something. You gotta figure a little something out for this. If you're clever and you think you're lucky, then you take your shot and see how you do. 10:35 p.m. EST. That's the time it is currently for me. Shall we? make that skin color a little bit more fleshy. I don't want to think this person just rolled around in yellow paint. I want to think that she's got some blood underneath her skin, hopefully. Nope, that's not the right color. There we go. Oh yeah, the Wings of Fire amino. I think as soon as I joined it, way back in 2016 maybe, I got banned. Because people thought it was a fake. It was so funny. We're back to our really oddly dark music that I'm going to skip over. Do I have Minecraft? I do. I have not been playing recently because I don't have much time for it. I don't have a server or anything running. Just kind of hop on once in a while and mess around on realms with some friends and maybe fight the Ender Dragon. I mean, it's a hell, Hassia, whatever works for you. I don't really mind either way. Oh, yikes, Roman. Yeah, I've had similar happen. It's not much fun. Yeah, thanks to Final for volunteering. Not even volunteering. I just kind of made him a mod, and then we're just running with this. If you don't want a mod, you don't have to. I can just look over the comments myself because I am checking them fairly frequently. Should do with fans? Maybe I'll consider that. I'm not amazing at the game. I might try streaming some Minecraft with them. Or just win a lottery or like a raffle or something to see if they'll get an invite to a Realms world. And we'll mess around. That doesn't seem to be a bad idea. No worries. Yeah, how did everybody spend their oops, I'm drawing on the face. How did everybody spend their Halloweens? Hopefully safe and avoiding maximum contact and stuff. I feel like I'm using the wrong color here, and I was correct. I was using the wrong color. Sitting in your room and existing. Oh boy, do I feel that. That's what I'm doing right now too. I decided to just share the existing and have a conversation with everybody. No crazy coloring on this one. I like that. Let's just give the nose a bit of a little red bit there to show that there's some blood. Yeah, there's a secret of drawing skin tones in general. Dragons, you don't have to worry about this, but with people, you don't want to go too extreme with the blush or any of those tones, but it is nice to indicate that this part has some blood underneath it that looks different, or like your ears, your nose, around your lips. That's where you want to give it a bit of a blush. Some people go a little bit crazy with the blush on the cheeks, and it makes for a very unique style. I'm gonna add a little bit, just for why not. Let's add a little bit underneath the lips to just emphasize their existence. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. What is my favorite color? It is green. I really like things, and because nature is green, and nature is really cool. Since I was a little kid, I really liked just nature in general. So I'd go outside, mess around in the woods, that kind of thing. And if the woods weren't there, I'd try to make my own woods. You know, wherever there are plants, or bugs, or whatever. And with the skin tones in general, you want to play a little bit more on the red side when you're adding shading. Because skin is not actually opaque, it's a little bit translucent, so that's why you can see your veins, and that's why your fingertips are pink. And so because of that, the way you draw it should be similar, in the sense that keep note of where you should add a little bit of pink, and don't draw it as if it's opaque. Yeah, let's call this one done. Okay, our third place winner was Final Shockdown with a character named Thunder, which is a gift for their friend. Let me open up another canvas and get that reference situated. I think I'm going to call it a night after this one. I'll do the other two off stream. Have you ever just put a flashlight to your skin? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about earlier. Where skin is not totally opaque, so you can see little hints of red. Oh boy, my computer just decided it didn't like Medibang very much. Let me just fix that. There we go. Yeah, one of the not so great things about drawing the way that I'm doing with a stylus to the computer screen itself is that sometimes the computer picks up the edge of your hand, and so it does all sorts of chaotic and weird things to your artwork as you're doing that.
Smudge guard.
I don't need a smudge guard. Nah. Anyone here made a Minecraft skin? Yeah, I used to do those as commissions actually. Not anymore, because they take a lot of time. But I make my own skins. Most recent one is a D&D NPC from an adventure called Icewind Dale, Realm of the Frost Maiden. Yes, the chin is very chunky. It'll get fixed later, don't worry. Neck posing has always been a little bit weird. That's good enough. That's just what I've been saying a lot of this stream. That's good enough, or I think I know what I'm doing here. Just go ahead and start doing line art. Let's make it thinner and go for it. My line art style changes every time I start a new piece. This is just further proof of it. My mic or whatever is glitchy. Oh, let me take a look at the stream quality. It still seems to be going alright. Oh, hi, Cammy. Back to my... See, for the other one, it actually came out looking really smooth, and then you have this thing, which is just a sketchy nightmare. Ah, we have a rendezvous of the D&D gang. Final and Cammy are both players in my D&D campaign. Oh, we have a Pathfinder player. I'm sorry, I didn't see a question earlier for Roman. Pathfinder is pretty cool. It's like a little more grittier, mechanic-wise version of Dungeons and Dragons, and I do want to look into it because I've been making up a lot of mechanics for D&D 5e because I feel like it's not very much mechanics-wise. Yeah, my players know this, that uh, I just tend to pepper the game with random mechanics. And they're like, where did you get this from? And I'm like, I made it up on the spot. And they were like, why are you using it here? And I'm like, I feel like they should be using something for this. Ooh, Pathfinder, was that at PAX East? Never actually gone to a PAX convention because I don't go to conventions. I went to one to sell my artwork at. It was cool. It was a reptile convention. It wasn't like a convention. Most people there were just selling reptiles. I was the one art person. Didn't make too much that day. Speaking of D&D, how did I get started with it? Well, one day in sophomore year of high school, I heard of this cool thing called Dungeons and Dragons where you could, instead of just calling your friends, you could forcibly drag them to your house and make them play a game with you, which was great because I wanted to talk in person with people instead of video call or playing a video game or something. So I got them started with that, and for a little while we ran D&D out of my living room. And then COVID happened and we stopped playing. So then I made an online group with different people. And we're just continuing a different story. Because my in-person group is wimpy. Yeah, Josh, if you're listening, you're wimpy. I like this character design. It's nice and simple. Which means I can go crazy with the shapes and the angle and playing with the horns and stuff. Well, I can't say that you missed very much with the D&D strings. Who's your herp vertebrae? By the way, nice username. Herps are cool. Got this very sassy looking dragon over here. Oops. Oh, you were Indiana Herbs and Vertebrates. I remember you. Yeah, we're vibing from Alex's channel. Alex is a force of nature. I am impressed with the ability he has to deal with crazy comments. And the way he does unboxings. It frightens me. But it's also really, you can't take your eyes off of it. It's really fun to watch. Let's give this one some quick filter, because I feel like it's a little bit empty. That yellow's not a good look on it. Let's make that purple instead. There we go. That looks pretty great. Okay. Well, it is 11 o'clock p.m. EST, which is a little bit late for me. Which means we're going to wrap up for tonight. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got 3 of the pieces done. I'm going to be sending these back to the people who own the characters. And I will be doing the rest of the characters not on stream. Later, probably tomorrow. And I'll send them back towards the people who wanted them. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be closing the stream in 3, 2, and 1.